The Tabs and Content section of the admin menu is where you build your app. It's accessible by tapping the App Settings button while signed in. This reveals your admin area. There are 4 subtabs within Tabs and Content. The first shows those views that are currently published to your app's menu. The second shows the order of those items, and you can click and drag to reorder. Please note that the changes you make here are immediately published to your app. The third subtab shows those views that are not published to your app's menu. And the final subtab allows you to expose up to 3 items on a permanent footer navigation bar. We'll get to that in just a moment. Unpublished content does not mean you can't use it within your app. It only means that it's not included in your main menu here. You can use unpublished tabs to maintain content and link to it from published tabs. Unpublished content is also important when you're drafting things and aren't quite ready to show the world. Or you can hide seasonal content and republish it when its time rolls around again. So let's go back to the Published subtab and walk through the options available. You tap an item to reveal your options. Unpublished is pretty obvious. It moves the item out of your app menu and over to the Unpublished subtab. So if I go back to my menu, you can see it's gone. Tapping the Content option, Edit Content, loads the tab itself. So this is how you can access the content of tabs for editing. This is especially useful when the tab is unpublished and is not accessible from the main menu. And then finally, the Settings option reveals things like the menu label, icon, and security settings. So let's just rename it and save it. See how it's changed over here on the left. Now the Ordering tab is pretty simple. As we've seen, you just click and drag to relabel or to reorder your items. And then the Unpublished tab options are only slightly different. You have the ability to publish, edit the content, edit the settings, or delete the tab altogether. Just be careful when deleting because the content is gone once deleted. To create new content, you tap the gear icon at the top right and select Add Tab. Then you select the type of tab you want and select Use. And you can, click the Info option to read about it, and then some of these have videos. You can watch the video, but that's how you create your new content. All right, so the final subtab allows you to expose up to 3 items on a permanently visible footer navigation bar. This is for keeping your most important content front and center for users. To use, you just tap an item that you want to add to the footer. You say, I want to show this footer. You select an on icon and an off icon. So let's use the cloud. Actually, let's use the checked cloud as our on and our empty cloud as our off. And the label is optional. Okay, we save that. Now we go back. We have our permanent footer tab. I'll come over here and show that in our device. I just pull to refresh on the menu, and there's our footer tab. No matter where I go, so you can see how my on icon is displayed here when I'm on this tab, but no matter where I go, that footer is present. And again, you can add up to 3 items to your footer. So if we go back to our footer tab and say loyalty, right, we come back over here, pull to refresh our menu because the tab is part of our menu. Notice this doesn't have a label, this one does. So you just want to get that look exactly right. And you're off and running.